The 7 holy founders of the Servite order: history, purpose, charism, and achievements. History of the Servite order. The Order of Friar Servants of Mary OSM, commonly known as the Servite order, was founded in Florence, Italy, in 1233 by 7 noble merchants. These men were deeply devoted to the Blessed Virgin Mary and sought a life of prayer and service. The founders were 1. Bonfilius Monaldi, 2. Alexis Falconieri, 3. Benedict dell'Antella, 4. Bartholomew Amide, 5. Giardino Sostegni, 6. Hugh Guccioni, 7. John Buonaggiunta, living in a time of political turmoil and social unrest in Florence. The 7 founders were moved by their faith to leave behind their wealth and social status to dedicate themselves to God. They withdrew to Monte Cenario, a remote hill outside Florence, where they embraced a life of prayer, penance, and solitude, wearing simple black robes as a sign of mourning for the sufferings of Christ and his Blessed Mother. In 1256, Pope Alexander IV officially approved the order, giving them the rule of St. Augustine, and they became known as the Servants of Mary Servites. Over time, the order grew, attracting both men and women who shared their dedication to Mary. Purpose of the Servite order: the Servites were founded with a clear mission: to honor and serve the Blessed Virgin Mary, particularly in her suffering as the mother of the crucified Christ; to lead a life of contemplation, prayer, and apostolic work, inspired by Mary's example, to bring people closer to God through preaching, spiritual guidance, and acts of charity. As their community expanded, they engaged in evangelization, education, and pastoral ministry, working to spread devotion to the sorrows of Mary. Achievements of the Servite order: the Servites have made significant contributions to the Church and society. 1. Popularizing the devotion to Our Lady of Sorrows, they spread the devotion through their preaching, art, and the chaplet of the 7 Sorrows, inspiring countless faithful to meditate on Mary's sufferings. 2. Establishing monasteries and churches, they built numerous Servite houses, monasteries, and shrines worldwide, including the famous Basilica of Monte Cenario in Italy. 3. Promoting education, Servite schools were established to provide Catholic education, focusing on moral and spiritual formation. 4. Missionary work, the Servites expanded to Europe, Africa, Asia, and the Americas, bringing their Marian devotion to new lands. 5. Service to the poor and sick, inspired by Mary's compassionate heart. The Servites have been engaged in charitable works, caring for the sick, orphans, and those in need. 6. Recognition in the Church. The 7 holy founders were canonized together by Pope Leo XIII in 1888. A rare occurrence in Church history: the 7 Sorrows of Mary. The 7 Sorrows of Mary are key moments of suffering in her life, forming the basis of the Servite devotion. 1. The prophecy of Simeon, Luke 25-35. 2. The flight into Egypt, Matthew 13-15. 3. The loss of the child Jesus in the temple, Luke 2:41-50. 4. Mary meets Jesus carrying the cross, Luke 23:27-31. 5. The crucifixion and death of Jesus, John 19:25-30. 6. The body of Jesus is taken down from the cross, Luke 23:50-54. 7. The burial of Jesus, Luke 23:55-56. The Servites encourage the faithful to meditate on these sorrows, offering their own suffering in union with Mary's. Message and lesson from the Servite founders. The 7 holy founders teach us the power of faith, detachment, and devotion. Despite their noble status, they left everything for Christ and his mother. Their example calls us to embrace sacrifice for the love of God, find strength in suffering through Mary's intercession, serve others with compassion and humility, live a life of prayer and contemplation. Reflection question: how can I imitate the 7 holy founders in deepening my devotion to Our Lady of Sorrows and offering my suffering for the good of others? Please share this reflection with your family and friends. God bless you.